Alright, everybody. Alright, everybody. Can you not hear the encouraging music? Can you not hear the anime moments? Welcome back to the final stream, the final episode of Ace Attorney, Miles Edgeworth, Investigations. We're closing out the final chapter, the final stream, the final episode today. And I looked at the walkthrough. We don't have a lot left. We don't have a lot left. We might have to switch games in the middle, but we'll see what happens. I just wanted to make sure the end was cleanly contained into one stream, you know? Before we start, here's a report on what I had for lunch today. Because, you know, I'm a streamer. I do that. Look at it. Check it out. Sonic the Hedgehog curry. You got, don't worry, it's not actually from the 90s. It just looks like it's from the 90s. It's based on the original Genesis cartridge design. And it was within Best Buy Day. It's fine. Just look. When you see the actual curry, maybe you'll be convinced that it might actually be good. Yeah, look at that. It's actually blue. It's actually, oh. You know, looking at it now, I realized I forgot something. But it's actually blue, and this is the stock photo that they give you on the back of the box. You guys want to see what it looked like when I made it? I'll tell you right now, I didn't have any natto, so I substituted fried chicken. Oh, that is not the same shade of blue. The only rice I had left was left over from some Persian food. I did manage to find some seaweed paste that I could use for the eyes and the nose, but that doesn't look too nice, does it? Oh, now that's a nice looking curry. Why doesn't mine look like that? I realized I forgot his ear. That's fine. Okay, well, okay, let's start the game. Yeah. All right. Get into detective mode, everybody. Last time we got Mr. Carcass Alba on the ropes. We revoked his diplomatic immunity, and we made him vulnerable to attack. We just gotta prove once and for all he's the one that committed the murders tonight. Are you ready? Are you ready? March 15th, 3:33 a.m. Theatrum Neutralis Lobby. Mr. Alba, I request that you testify once more.
As if there's anything else for me to testify about.
I still have yet to fully prove that it was Mr. Alba who murdered Mr. Cochin. Well, I would like to hear about your movements before the murder occurred. 3:33 a.m. We've basically been here all night. I wonder if you could tell us about what you did here at the Theatrum Neutralis. That's his alibi. He's saying, even though, basically, we have to prove he was killed. Manny Cochin was killed here in the neutral area of the embassy. Because if it was in Alabastian or Babali's side of the embassies, then he would have had some sort of extraterritorial protection, even despite not being an ambassador anymore. But I think we've got him. I think we got him.
Very well. I suppose I could tell you about that. Because about all I did was watch the Steel Samurai stage show.
Oh, really? Do you remember every line of dialogue? I'm a Steel Samurai fanboy. You've got me at my own game. Alba, you can't win, I can't lose. Elaborating on even that alone is good enough for me. The only way for me to place this man under arrest is to pinpoint the exact location of where the murder took place, for that is the key to this investigation. Dun dun dun! How many times do we gotta teach you this lesson, old man? The Steel Samurai Show.
I watched from the last row. The stage was well lit, but it was dark out in the audience. I swear I was there in the audience, but it's hard to prove that, I suppose.
Where's your ticket, dude?
I don't have a ticket. I got in for free.
Aha! So you're guilty of sneaking into the theater.
It's a stage show, Mr. Edgeworth. It's not a movie theater.
Oh.
I do remember the contents of the show very well, though. Is that proof enough for you? Those moving scenes were seared into this old man's heart.
You don't even have a heart, dude.
I'll never forgive them.
Either that or it's all shriveled up, hence the searing. So you were in the theater proper, watching the Steel Samurai stage show, were you?
Of course I was. I have a great fondness for the Steel Samurai.
Yeah, I was pretty cool up there, wasn't I? No, yeah, weren't, Larry. You're not the one who was cool. It is the Steel Samurai who is cool. Edgeworth admits it. Oh yes, he really rocks my socks, or whatever it is the kids say these days. Yeah, and the Steel Samurai's special finishing move today was really something, huh? Okay. Okay, hold your excitement, because I think that's the point of contention. Huh? Hey! Edgy! Who is she? Who's this super cute girl, dude? Larry? Larry, no. Larry, no. She is 17, sir. 17! Will you just stop? Then again, oh no. I'm starting to remember more things about Larry from Trials and Tribulations. 17's not even the worst of what he's up to. Ah! She's been standing here this whole time and only now he notices her? Her name is Kay Faraday, and she's helping me in my investigation. Off limits, Larry! Get out of here, don't make me arrest you. Sorry I didn't get to introduce myself earlier, but better late than never. How about better not at all? Yes, okay, I'm Larry Botts! Silence in the peanut gallery. There's no time for such trivialities at a time like this. Or at any time. Not for you. Oh, so cruel, dude. What? Mr. Prosecutor, this is the final battle. You got that? I know. This is the end. For that man there. Woohoo! So cool. Sugoi. Now that's the kind of thing I like to hear. Oh my, I feel like people ship Edgeworth and Lang because of this moment. I think I'll give trusting you a try, Mr. Prosecutor. Or rather, Mr. Edgeworth. That's my name. You know, now that I hear it coming out of his mouth, it does sound kind of lame. Edgeworth? Makes me sound like some kind of edgelord. I leave this critical battle up to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Have no fear.
I am here.
I will finish the job. This really is the end game. Dr. Strange, is that you? The time has come to expose every last one of Mr. Alba's lies. First one being a Steel Samurai fan. This, just when you thought the fan service in this game was up, the final argument in the game happens to deal with his fandom. The Steel Samurai show. Edgeworth is no All Might. You know, what hero is he most like? Not really Endeavor. Like, maybe original Edgeworth, but not current Edgeworth. I have to think about it for a bit. The last row? I should think that an ambassador would have had special seating reserved. Racerhead? Aizawa? Maybe. Also, Nuiki, how you doing, man? What's up? Aizawa. He does kind of have that done with everything attitude, but when it comes down to it, he does, like, get the job done. Maybe a little bit.
I wanted my staff to enjoy the Steel Samurai show as well, so I gave up all of the good seats for them. It was enough for me to simply see him.
That's right, get him, old bag, stab him. Stab.
Hey, the Steel Samurai wasn't the only hero. Let's not forget about the Pink Princess here.
Old bag is scary when she's... Well, you know what? Old bag is just scary. But at least right now she's on our side.
My dear madam.
Who do you think is older? Older bag or Alba?
If you continue to thrust about like that, your hip may begin to hurt again.
Oh my! Well, aren't you the considerate person when you want to be?
I ship it? I'm not sure if I ship it.
But this young butterfly is on the side of Edgeworth, so you can spare me their flirtatious commands.
Nice. Shoot him down. Oh, because you know, old bag's got that Gatling gun. Wow, he's completely frozen. Sorry, Alba, maybe next time. In frustration, perhaps, I dare say she can be one rather trying opponent. He knows firsthand. Genist for Edgeworth. You know what? I think so. Isn't he supposedly like number 4 right now? In the current state of the of My Hero Academia? I don't know what makes him that good of a hero. He just controls clothes, but I guess everybody wears clothes, huh? He'd be pretty useless against certain heroes, though. In any case, Mr. Alba, can you actually prove to us that you are watching the show? Come on, recite to me the lines. Come on, fanboy with me. It's my expertise. Nuki's doing good. That's good to hear. It's Saturday. Everybody should be chilling out. Yellow Pikachu had to order a pizza. What'd you get on it? Also from where?
I swear I was there in the audience.
He do got kill powers. He controls the threads. I guess if you take the threads, whatever you do with them, they could be as sharp as needles. Oh, that's kind of scary, actually. His weakness is suede. That is so specific. That's why Elvis sang about the blue suede shoes. Are you admitting, then, that you have no way of proving to us that you were watching?
Quiet! You buzz in my ear like a pesky little fly. If you don't wish to listen quietly until the end of what I have to say, then perhaps you should pack up and get out of my way. I see that you're willing to be a bit more receptive now. While it's true that it may be difficult to prove that I was out in the audience.
What, we're just doing the same thing you do all the time, Mr. Alba. Can you prove it?
I do remember the contents of the show very well, though. Is that proof enough for you? Those moving scenes were sealed into this old man's heart. I'll never forget them.
There's a reason I'm skipping over that one line. I want to make this last as long as possible. I agree. Today will be a day to remember. Ooh, got that little yoo. Especially when we finally make you pay for all the wrongs you've committed. All of them.
What?
Hey! That's what the Steel Samurai says when he defeats the evil magistrate. Do you think that's what Edgeworth sees himself as? The foolish samurai warrior? He's a fanboy. Actually, that line was just something I ad-libbed. You may act all surprised, but naturally, you remember this line, don't you?
Of course I do. I just now understand how the evil magistrate felt, that's all.
You admit it then. You are the bad guy. Then allow me to make you identify with the evil magistrate some more. Hey, then that makes you the Steel Samurai, huh? Just put him in the costume. Larry, get out of there.
I can't, dude. I'm naked under here.
All the more fitting to embarrass you. Actually, Edgeworth, don't put on that costume now. Well, if you had to complete the analogy, I suppose then. Yes. Ooh, that does put a smile on my face. And I do believe it's about time to bring the curtains down on this with a bang! Bang, bang. Steel Samurai sound effects. Give him the sword. What was it? That little pachinko machine thing? Phoenix had the shield and Miles had the sword. Or the spear.
I wonder if Mr. Alba was really there watching the show.
I don't think so. Because the only time he had to commit the murder was during the show. And the only time he could have placed the body into the pushcart was during the scenes when the Iron Infant was not out on stage.
And that means that by the end of the stage show... Are you saying that the body was already in the pushcart by then?
Oh! How did nobody smell that?
No way! You mean I was pushing a dead body around?
Larry, I can't even understand you with that thing on. Well put, Steel Samurai. Larry, don't bother taking that helmet off, by the way. It's better that way. And now, I will show to all those present just who is the evil magistrate that the Steel Samurai must defeat. Let's go. Pikachu got a bacon mozzarella pizza. Woo! Extra cheese. Don't discount extra cheese on a pizza. That's what I always used to get when I was a kid. Extra cheese, mushrooms. You just gotta get that, super unhealthy, oily, cheesy flavor. Thankfully, I wasn't lactose intolerant by then.
I do remember the contents of the show very well. No, is that proof enough for you?
Hold it!
Time for a little pop quiz, sir. Little did you know it was on the test. Well, I remember the contents of the show as well myself. Oh, really? A dead body doesn't start smelling for a bit. Alright, true. This was before it got dunked into the water I'm sure it'll probably start smelling a bit after it's been thoroughly soaked and starts taking it on.
That's nice.
That's nice! Uh-oh, don't get it in between the lawyer and his steel samurai. Miles Edgeworth, don't allow yourself to be riled up by him at this important juncture. I wasn't planning to let him. Well, if you ask me, I think I'm the biggest steel samurai expert around here. Well, you're definitely the biggest idiot. Oh, I feel bad for saying that. I'm sorry, but it's true. And didn't you think the climactic scene of today's show was just totally awesome?
Yes, I remember that well. And that spectacular special move.
Here it comes.
The way you delivered the final blow against the evil magistrate. Early summer rain jab. Oh, that scene will live on in my heart forever.
Is that how it went? I totally forgot about that. How can you forget your own special moves? That's a special attack that the steel samurai uses when he's using the samurai spear.
Yes, and today was the first time they showed it off, was it not? If I hadn't watched the show, then how could I answer you the name of the move?
I suppose you are correct, but if you could, please elaborate on this point for me. Point!
One of the scenes was of his never-before-seen early summer rain jab move.
Hold it!
Now, what did you say it was? Now, what? Early summer rain jab was a move that was to be unveiled today. Was to be. Edgeworth, don't give it away right now.
And because I saw that brand new move, I believe it confirms my alibi.
How sad. The only way he's got to protect himself is that he watched the Steel Samurai. What's so sad about that? Nothing. I'm just saying if it was the Jamming Ninja, he would have... Okay, don't push it. Okay, Mr. Edgeworth. Gosh, I didn't know you cared that much. I'm a very caring man, Kay. I guess this guy really has nothing else left. Don't feel sad for them, man. Don't feel sad for the evil magistrate. Oh, actually, if the Steel Samurai... I'm assuming that in universe, the Steel Samurai is actually a fantastically written show where, like, you sympathize for the villain even though they're 100% evil. You can see where they come from and you actually feel sorry that they went down the path of badness. Yes, and to avoid arrest, you can bet he'll say or do anything. But with all of us here, there will be no escape for him. Yeah! We'll find a way to bring him to justice! Now then, let us continue with your testimony, Mr. Alba.
Very well. The Steel Samurai special move and the various other scenes.
No. What was that thing about the early summer ring jab? The one that he does with the spear? The one that he does with the spear? The one that he does with the spear that was... Objection! Broken?
Objection!
The special move today was the early summer rain jab. Is that your final answer? Would you like to phone a friend? Never mind, you don't have friends.
You little irritating nut. Do you think you can trip me up by asking the same question over and over?
That was not my intention. Your testimony is more than sufficient to declare you guilty. He'd like to ask the audience. Sorry, he doesn't get that. He doesn't get that lifeline. However, I believe it would be wise for you to take a look at this.
The samurai spear? What about it?
This spear actually never made it on stage today. 50-50? He's got a 50-50 chance of getting out of here alive.
Excuse me?
Unfortunately for you, tonight's Steel Samurai happened to be a goof of a young man with an abundance of useless hot-bloodedness.
Whoa, dude, I wonder who he's talking about.
Oh, Larry. Having said that, said useless man bent the spear during his rehearsal this evening. So you're saying that because of Larry's recklessness, we're actually gonna catch Mr. Alba. Kay, do you remember what the Steel Samurai's special move was tonight?
It was the Steel Samurai Sushi Slash!
Correct. Because he couldn't use the spear, a last-minute change was made. I always knew Larry was a hero, man. He's not the hero we deserve, but he's the one that we need right now. Had you really been watching the show, you would have known the move that was used. Kirkus Alba! You didn't watch even a single minute of the Steel Samurai stage show tonight, did you? Oh, that is weird, because the zoom in is on the bottom too. So if he wasn't watching the show tonight, deflated, then it opens up the possibility that he was busy killing Mr. Cotton instead. So where were you during the show? I demand an answer. Now! Just what is so funny?
You're so sloppy. And so are your conclusions. I still insist that I watch the show, or most of it, in any case.
Well, what do you mean by most of it? Wait, no, wait, I thought that was supposed to be the moment. Wait, we're supposed to be done. What is this? This is the part of Ace Attorney where you break down. You're supposed to lose all your hair or fall to pieces or something like that. What's going on here? This is why he's the scariest one in all of Ace Attorney.
Ah, you see, during the show, I left my seat for a spell to visit the bathroom. The bath. I assume that was when the dramatic scene was played out on stage.
Why were you so confident you knew the move? That's his excuse. He is an old man.
That's the lousiest, lamest excuse I ever heard in my life, pal.
Just because he got the name of the move wrong. We can't really use that as proof that he didn't watch the show at all. He's using the bathroom excuse. Oh no! Quick! Somebody prove that he uses adult diapers or something.
As a fan of the Steel Samurai, I had wanted to watch the entire show. Honest.
I object. I swear on my fandom of Ace Attorney. I object on my fanboyishness of the Steel Samurai. As a Steel Samurai fan, how dare you sully the name of Steel Samurai fans everywhere? Edgeworth, stop! Don't get so heated. Sorry, I get very angry when somebody drags the Steel Samurai's fan base through the dirt. For someone who wasn't even in his seat for the climax of the show, you have no right to call yourself a Steel Samurai fan, ever!
Hold it!
What are we arguing about again? Who was that just now? Oh.
Hold it!
Larry, no. Larry, no. Larry, no. You've done enough.
It will be I, young lady.
Larry! What are you doing interrupting me like that? Hadji! Just hold on for a second. I beg. You may never accept this old man as the Steel Samurai fan, but I totally think he's a Steel Samurai maniac! A Steel Samaniac. A Steel Samaniac! It's time for Steel Samaniacs. Larry, please, you deserve more flack.
What exactly is a Steel Samaniac, pal?
Larry's saving the day. Saving Albus's day? I believe he meant to say Steel Samurai Maniac. What, like Trekkies? Do they actually have, like, a fan base name? Yeah, and trust me, I know a real fan when I see one, because I'm the Steel Samurai! You just play him on stage, man! I will never acknowledge you as the true Steel Samurai. You're not my real dad! What are you getting so worked up over, Mr. Edgeworth?
It appears that the real Steel Samurai recognizes me as a fan, as well as he should, for I am a fan. It's not as though I missed the entire show. It was a most amazing show filled with the spirit of the young at heart.
Huh. The sarcasm dripping from his long-winded nose couldn't run any thicker. This has suddenly become about Edgeworth's dedication to the Steel Samurai. This has always been about my dedication to the Steel Samurai. In fact, it is why I'm a lawyer in the first place. Wait a minute. I think his backstory got changed at some point. That's called a retcon. Young at heart, Miss Oldbag. I think she's neither. Getting the name of the move wrong only proves that he didn't watch the last scene. Old at heart. What I really need here is something more definitive. DL6. Steel Samurai, Pog. Something that links Mr. Albert directly to the murder of Mr. ManokAdobo.
You know what, Gramps? You're really something else.
I'm honored to receive such praise from the Steel Samurai, but what is it for?
Well, I was just wondering how you found out about the early summer rain jab. That move is a bit of a secret that only a small portion of the staff know about.
He had to have prepared an alibi ahead of time, like talk to somebody that knew what the stage show's contents were gonna be, like the script or something, and then like he memorized it specifically so that he would have an alibi. Wait, it was a secret? Yeah, it's a never before seen move. How did Edgeworth know about it? I guess because he's just that much of a fan. He looked at like the leaked manga scans. Larry, what was it? What did you just say?
Huh? Did I say something stupid again?
Yes, but it was also important. Did you say that the early summer rain jab was actually a secret?
Well, maybe I shouldn't have said secret. It's more like we only decided on the name of the move right before the start of the show.
Right before? Wait, who's we?
Yeah, the stage director was going nuts because we were supposed to debut the move.
Edgeworth found out about it from Larry. But yeah, I guess Edgeworth was kind of talking like he knew about the never before seen part already. I guess he also told him that. It's been a while. We as in the crew of the show. Or maybe we as in the crew and also Caracas.
About 5 minutes before the show, we threw it up on the dressing room's whiteboard. Early summer rain jab. That's kind of how we decided the name of the move.
Oh, wait a minute. Where's that? Where's the dressing room? That maybe proves that he was in there. That Caracas was in there.
But by the time I'd already bent the spear, so I guess the whole thing was kind of pointless.
All of you Steel Samurai actors are the same. The director has my complete sympathy. He should not. Salmonella does not deserve it.
So, basically, because we changed the move to the sushi slash, we kind of pretended that the early summer rain jab didn't exist at all. I mean, it'd be bad if someone found out we changed the move, so we made it a secret.
So, basically, a gag order was issued for publicity's sake. It almost makes the early summer rain jab sound like a lost art.
Yeah, which is why I think most of the staff haven't even heard of the move.
How are those lips of yours, Steel?
What the heck, old man?
I've done nothing but listen, and from what I can tell, it's all very unrelated to the case. It's also very tedious and a pointless exercise and wasting time, much like a kid's show.
What did you say? What did you say about the Steel Samurai? It's not a show for kids, it's also for adults. You don't understand its depth, you're not a true fan! Mr. Alba, I believe the one that should be quiet now is you.
How dare you!
I suspected you already noticed. Exactly what the very severe implications are in this man's testimony.
Ha! So now you're trying to bully me, huh? There are no implications to be read into a behind-the-scenes story of a kid's show.
Don't even think about trying to slither your way out of this, Caracas Elbow. You are the one who said it yourself, that the name of the move was Early Summer Rain Jab. Isn't Salmonella in prison? Actually, we saw him earlier. He made a cameo in this game in the airport. Like when we first got off that plane that had the murder in it. Funnily enough. So, I guess whatever. If he did go to prison, he's out by now. Early Summer Rain Jab. But that name was only decided upon right before the show was about to start.
So, just what are you driving at?
That's the name of the move, you...
that the name of the move you told us was never used in the show or said out loud.
Hoo. Now then, would you care to tell us about how you found out the name of that move?
Because I can only think of one way you could have known.
Alba, this is the only way you could have known the name of the special move. You saw it. You knew the name because you saw it. You saw it on the dressing room's whiteboard. The staff members who knew were keeping it a secret, so you couldn't have simply gone up to a staff member and asked. Which means that the only other option left is that you saw it on the whiteboard.
So that means that Mr. Alba was in the waiting room at some point, right?
But what's the big deal, sir? I don't see what that means.
It means, Gumshoe, think about this for a second. If we know for a fact that the body was transported using the Steel Samurai cart, at what point would Alba have had the opportunity to put it in there? Where would the cart have been that nobody would see it?
I don't see what that means.
There's another piece of evidence that has a great deal to do with the dressing room, so we can't afford to let this slide. This is related to both the dressing room and Mr. Coachin's murder. Now, this is getting very specific. I'm guessing the cart itself.
Take that!
Yeah, baby! Still soft spoken, how you doing? Welcome on in. The push cart that was used to move the body was right there, in the dressing room. But the paper... During the show, the push cart waited its turn to be pushed on stage in the dressing room. Still don't know what role the baby had in the stage play, though. Is it like Gohan in the early Saiyan arcs where he just like, hands off of my dad! And he just like rams into Raditz? It was finally pushed there, along with the Iron Infant in the last scene of the show. Oh, I can imagine it now. He like takes the doll and he just like throws it at the enemy. And then, right after the show ended, it went into Alabast along with the Steel Samurai. Which means that the only time the killer could have placed the body inside the pushcart was when the pushcart was in the dressing room backstage.
So basically, the killer has to be someone who visited the dressing room during the show.
Precisely.
Oh, but wait! There's more! If you order now, we'll throw in more evidence, absolutely free! What if? And this is just a what if. What if the murder didn't take place in the dressing room?
What do you mean, Kate?
I have to admit, she brings up a valid possibility. During the show, the dressing room was supposed to be devoid of people.
Anyone going into the private dressing room would stand out, like a sore thumb.
Above the crowd? But despite that, the killer still managed to move the body with the push cart.
Correct. And it is because of the setup of the theater's dressing room that it would be the ideal location for the murder of ManokAdobo. I feel like Alba hasn't said a real word for the past 5 exchanges. As he should. He can't go know you forever. Alba, during the show you went down to the dressing room, and I want to know why. Can you prove that? Oh, could you shut it already? No, you?
Yes. Yes, I was there. I went into the dressing room.
I knew it. I'm placing you under arrest right now, pal. You got that? Arrest!
Not so fast.
What is it now?
Don't I deserve a chance to explain myself?
Explain? What is there to explain? How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? How many times?
I believe I told you earlier that I went to the bathroom. Well, I got lost when I did. I wanted to ask for directions, but when I opened the dressing room door, no one was inside. And that's when I saw the name of the move on the whiteboard.
You punk! Still trying to get out of this?
Do you really think you can get away at this point? Mr. Edgeworth, isn't there anything you can do to stop him?
Larry, give me that samurai sword. I've given up. This is all we can do. You got lost on the way to the bathroom inside the embassy that you run. He's an old man, you know. He forgets stuff. I don't have enough evidence on hand to do anything. I don't have any airtight evidence. I need to put this man away for good. And we've run out of people to barge in through the door. Everyone's already here. But if that's what I need, then perhaps... Agent Lang, I believe an investigation of the dressing room in question is in order. I'm trying to get you out of this room so you can bust in with the evidence we need. It's possible that we may find new evidence in there.
Yeah, if Mr. Edgeworth pokes around in there, I'm sure he'll find some new facts, pal.
Oh, and if you use Little Thief, we may even learn something from a recreation.
Not so fast. And before Phoenix Wright bursts in, he's our only hope. Help us, Nick. Help us. We don't need to do any of that.
What? Wolfie, how could you?
I'm not saying this to be mean. It's just that you've already searched there. Oh. But it's our only chance. My men really are something else.
And they found nothing?
There's only one thing I can say to you, sis. And it's that they found nothing. That's it.
I guess you're right. If they had found something, they would have reported it to us.
They couldn't find anything because there was nothing there to find.
And if there's no info to feed into Little Thief, I can't do much to help either.
Is this the end? That's like the fourth time he asked, and the answer's still no? The murder took place in this theater, which is not protected under extraterritorial rights. And the fact that it was Mr. Alba himself who committed the murder. If I can't prove both statements to be true, Mr. Alba walks away a free man. Is there no other course of action left to us? It's no use, no one's here. I mean, everyone's here. No one to save us. No one to come in with new evidence. No one to turn everything on its head.
It would appear that your hand of cards has turned out to be a bust. Now, if you will excuse me, because of you, people, I missed my flight. Now I must make haste to arrange for a new one.
Who? Where? Why?
Who is it this?
Why does this feel like a soap opera? Hold it!
Hold it! Hold it right there, you whippersnappers!
Edgeworth! Edgeworth! You gotta have Wendy Oldbag use her special move! The One-Wing Angel, Summon Meteor!
Stars in the speed of their magic keys! Oldbag!
Da 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 da!
Hold it right there, you whippersnappers!
First Larry and now you!
What is with that scary monster-like scowl on your face, Edgy Poo? Don't treat me like I'm some sort of nuisance. I've been meaning to say this, but all of you keep talking about things I don't get at all. You're all leaving this lady in the sad, depressing, lonely dust that I'm about to cry in.
Why did you have to speak up right at this instant?
But you know what, Edgy Poo? Cheer up, because I'm about to give you the most wonderful thing.
What? The most wonderful thing? From you? Please at least say it's PG-13.
It's so super special that I couldn't give it away to just anyone, you know.
Please tell me it's PG-13.
Ah, my special present of love to my sweet Edgy Poo. Are you ready? It's this.
It's a part of those samurai dogs, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, Oldbag has given Edgeworth her hot dog.
Yes! Oh, Edgy Poo. Yeah, go on and eat one and you'll feel as right as rain.
I don't know. Well, Old Bag ate 6, so I think it's safe enough. No one has any words. Not even Gumshoe. Hi. What's up, Rex? Welcome to the comic relief. Look, we're about to lose everything to this man getting away with murder and running a smuggling ring, double murder, running a smuggling ring for at least like 10 years. No, it's just fine. We're just gonna eat a hot dog and it'll be fine. What's up, Rex? How you doing? Also, yeah, hope everybody's doing good.
Are we through here?
Oops. Nope, they're back. He looks like he belongs in Xeon. Char Aznable, he is not. More like, full frontal. Ew.
Why did everyone get so quiet all of a sudden? Daddy Boo! Tell me you understand this depth of this lady's love for you? I'm not one to hand out snacks willy-nilly, you know. No, sir. The thought occurred to me that maybe it would be good if I fed you and you were nice and full, and one day it's my turn to serve you some of my own homemade food. I mean, isn't the desire of everyone to make sure that their beloved never goes hungry, and that's what makes one of these men? One thing all they go to make it the most delicious man. You need to feel the boy. I don't understand the kitchen back that night. Mr. Edgeworth, can't you do anything about her?
There is no power on earth that can force that woman into silence.
But I'm so sick and tired of it. All you people do is look down on me. Even this box of samurai dogs played me for a fool. It had a special design on the fan, like this Japanese flag, so I thought it was special.
Wait. Huh. She's right. Restraining order? She is above restraining orders.
But then I ate one. It tasted like all the rest. Ooh, it made me so mad.
Wait. A special box with a Hinomaru fan on it. Wow, Edgeworth really is a weeb. I've never heard of such a piece of merchandise existing before. However, there it is. The red rising sun on this fan is filled in. Is it possible? Could it be? After the show, the samurai dogs were piled up on the dressing room floor. Wait, did we know that? I guess. However, there is no such thing as a rising sun dog. Evidence! This contradiction of facts between something that should not exist and yet does. The rays from this rising sun may be just what we needed to point us in the right direction.
A present?
The studio bigwigs basically told us to play delivery boys. We were supposed to hand the dogs off to the embassy people and tell them hi. I had to pile them all into the pushcart just to move them all.
But they were out of the cart because of the body. I believe you understand what this means, correct? You killed Mr. Coach. You know, this is a flashback. At this theater, and then placed his body inside the pushcart. And then, you forced the Steel Samurai into unwittingly moving the body for you. Ooh. It's time to piece the final pieces of this logic puzzle together.
Flashback no jutsu!
No matter how fragile or small the connections may be, once we've found them all, the way to the truth will be revealed. The killer used the pushcart to transport the body, which means that they had to remove the samurai dogs from within first. Therefore, the samurai dogs that were piled up on the dressing room floor were most likely taken out of the pushcart by the killer. They were on the floor, which means something could have had the opportunity to fill in the red spot. Red? Red? What do we know is red? Good things these take less time than anime flashbacks, specifically Naruto. We don't need filler. Albus's entire argument is filler. We're already done with that. That which should not exist. This box of samurai dogs with a Hinomaru on it. If this red rising sun was filled in when the killer was busy removing dogs from the pushcart, then it's proof that the murder took place in the dressing room. As long as this red substance turns out to be what I believe it to be... It's ketchup! Wait. Windy old bag. I thank you. She's fangirling, dude. What you have given to me is truly something very special.
Mr. Edgeworth, are you sure you're feeling okay, sir?
He's more than okay. He won't be in a second, though. Mr. Alba, as I suspected, you killed Mr. Kojin in the dressing room. Edward, don't encourage whole bag.
How many times must I tell you? No, you! How many times must I listen to you repeat yourself? Haven't you figured it out yet? Your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless. The only way I'm going to continue to cooperate with is with some definitive evidence.
That arrogance, that self-confidence, you remind me of me when I was young. You believe that you've erased every piece of evidence that could incriminate you. However, there remains one piece here, and it's what will put you away for good.
Ha! You're bluffing!
Oh-ho! Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Sounds like you finally found him. You finally found the fangs we need to go after this guy's jugular. When I was young, says Edgeworth. Says him to Alba, who's what, 70 years old? 72. I think I read on the wiki he's the oldest person to ever appear in Ace Attorney. So tell us, what about that box of samurai dogs is going to put the old man away? Oh, well, you see, inside the box is this Uno card, and the Uno card says, be innocent of murder or draw infinity. The trace evidence that will bring him down, why, it's here, of course. Look at this, they modeled a box of samurai dogs in 3D. Who puts hot dogs in a box? Yeah, this wasn't hot dogs in the Japanese version. This is actually some sort of bun. I forget what it's called again. I just forgot. It's like a paste-filled bun, like a mooncake. This bun is the same as all the rest of the boxes, but there's one spot in particular on this box that seems off. What exactly is it? This box of samurai dogs with a rising sun fan on it. This should never have existed. What, you don't put your hot dogs in a box? No, I just eat them. What's up, Sprint? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Hope your new dog's treating you well. So, you know, besides climbing all over you. So I want you all to take a good look at this red spot. It's a single drop of blood. Uh-oh. Huh? What?
Blood, you say?
Agent Lang, I'd like this blood analyzed post-haste. Is that even enough blood to actually perform a test on it? Like, it's just a drop and it's absorbed into the cardboard by now. I got to admit, I'm a bit surprised. I can't believe we found blood in a place like this. Yeah. Hey, you. Get this down to the lab pronto. Okay, Shifu. But why was there blood on that box to begin with? If we think about the flow of the crime, I think the reason will become obvious. Larry, you said that you transported the samurai dogs with the pushcart, correct?
Oh, yeah. You have a great memory, Edgy. That pushcart was a bit too big for my son, you know what I mean? So to make sure everyone could see him, I had to pile some stuff in. I figured the samurai dogs were there, so I used them to fill up the cart.
If what Larry says is true, then what were the boxes doing on the floor? Ah, I see. The killer took them out in order to place the body in the pushcart. Exactly. And that is when I believe the victim's blood found its way onto that box. But when my men investigated that room, not a single box of samurai dogs was in there. Ew, floor dogs. I mean, they're in the boxes, so you know, just the bottom is dirty, but still, that's grossly irresponsible. I'm sure that's not within, like, FDA guidelines for food handling. Yeah. You got a video of your dog refusing to sleep. That sounds adorable. I would love to see it, Sprint. Gonna swap computers. Alright, have a good lay down, Sprint. Thanks for coming on by. When my men investigated, there wasn't a box of samurai dogs there. Because embassy staff members had already confiscated them. Or because the old bag took them all and ate them. Yes, no doubt to hide the evidence of the murder.
It's a good thing Miss Oldbag managed to steal that one box before they got to them, huh? Looks like Miss Oldbag also managed to push this great thief to shame.
What a scandalous way of putting that. I didn't steal. I received it from myself. Finders keepers, losers weepers.
Takoyaki. Kirkus Alba. I'd say this was one very fatal oversight on your part.
Sorry to rain on your little love fest. However...
How can he be so self-confident in a no-win situation for him like this? How? Such a lust for revenge? Who?
Even if that blood turns out to belong to Mr. Cochin, then what?
So, Mr. Edgeworth, sounds like he's not ready to call it quits yet, huh?
The sole piece of evidence that was left at the scene of the crime. That alone has shed light on a new fact. At the very least, we now have proof that the murder occurred in the dressing room.
And you say that like it means something.
Huh?
Excuse me, sirs! That was a fast test. Report! Wait a minute. If the blood is Manny Cochin's, it kind of just proves that the body was around the hot dogs. But what if the blood was somebody else's? Can you guys think who else was bleeding in this situation? Report! What was the results of the analysis? Sir, the analysis came back and confirmed that the red substance is blood. I knew it! With this, Kirkus Alba.
Go get sir! Mr. Edgeworth, I wonder if you might humor my question.
Your question?
The one from before, or have you forgotten? Even if that is Mr. Cochin's blood, what difference does it make?
Like we already told you, it proves that the crime scene was that dressing room.
But it doesn't prove that I am your killer, does it?
He has a very good point. The blood on that box doesn't prove that Mr. Alba is the killer.
Then, this evidence, it's meaningless? You know, if we just had the forensics guy tell us whose blood it is, it'll be a lot faster to get...
That can't be. We were so close, sir.
I'm gonna smack that smug look off his face. Do it, Kay. Do it. I ain't stopping you. Come on. There's gotta be something we can do.
You finally found a solid piece of evidence. There must be something I can expose with it. I can't think of a single thing.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be on my... Who was that? It's too late. I won't allow anyone to stop me now.
I think it's the forensics guy.
It wasn't me, pal. And it wasn't me this time either.
It wasn't me either.
It was me.
Why did you?
Because I haven't finished reporting everything to you yet, sir.
There's more? They kind of interrupt them.
What? Hurry up and spit it out.
Yes, sir. The blood I mentioned. It's not of the same type blood type as the victim's blood. We've gone into the realms of ridiculousness at this point.
What? What do you mean it's not the same type? You mean it's not the victim's blood? If it isn't his, then who the hell's is it? I don't know, sir! All I know, it's not the same blood type as the victim, sir!
What should we do now, Mr. Edgeworth? I have no idea what's what anymore.
Neither do I.
My, what an amusing turn of events. That blood drop proved something to be true, all right. Namely, my words.
And which one of your words would that be? The no or the you? Oops.
The ones where I said that your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless. That blood has nothing to do with the murder investigation whatsoever. Need I remind you that the blood got onto that box long before it entered my embassy?
Ew! Now that's just gross mishandling of food.
What sort of nonsense?
Yeah, it's blood, pal. There's no way it's not related to the murder. So you would like to believe.
Blood type tests are super quick. I just find it hard he took it all the way down to the lab and came back in that time, unless it happens to be next door.
But what if someone preparing the salmonella dogs had a small nosebleed? What then?
I guess that's possible, and also very, very irresponsible. Damn it! Damn it! Oh, wow. Oh, we're not pulling any punches. Maybe I should have put mature back. Damn it! Shit! Dang! Have we been wasting our time on a red herring?
The blood doesn't belong to anyone connected to the case. That should be clue enough.
Carcasalba, you bastard!
Whoa! What is this game rated? It's not rated M, it's rated T. Oh my god. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Welcome back. I hear that my saying the word bastard has summoned people in chat. I'm just reading the text.
Silence! Don't you ever address me with such a filthy word again. I've wasted enough time here with you, and you have your answers. Now let me through.
Elba, it doesn't matter where you run off to. You'll never escape me. Someday, I'll have the satisfaction of sinking my fang into you. You'll see. And all of Interpol will be behind me, working to see that the day comes.
Do you know what your words sound like to me? They sound like the whinings of a pathetic loser of a mutt.
Family friendly is dead. Is this really the extent of all that we can do? When did this turn into so much anime? Wash my mouth out with soap, I deserve it. Is the blood really from someone completely unrelated to the case? Or is there another possibility? Someone else other than the victim? Just when I thought I had him backed into a corner, it is I who have been backed into one. Theo! In a situation like this, what would that man do? That man, that blue man. What would he who can turn any disparate situation around do? I don't remember his name, even though he's my friend since childhood. That's so weird. Where's my memory going? Turn it around? Turn it around? Yeah, that's it! I must turn my way of thinking around! It's not whose blood is this? It's whose blood could get onto the box like this. And if I think about it that way, if the blood got onto the box when the body was being placed into the pushcart, then the owner of said blood must have been in the dressing room at the time. And there is only one person that could be.
Well, I must praise you for trying so hard. It's because of you kids that I was removed from the center stage. And will be forced to live out the rest of my life in the shadows, unfortunately. But it's not a total loss, as the underworld will allow me more freedom than you'll ever know. Freedom like Walter Raven feels as it flies through the dark night sky. You can't lay a finger on me, not now or ever. The arm of the law is powerless before me.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Humph. I'll say it one last time for you. Humph. Powerless, is it? I wouldn't be so sure about that if I were you.
What do you mean?
Allow me to describe you in one word. Pitiful.
Pitiful? How so?
Circus Alba! Your wings were clipped long ago. I don't know if this is exactly what Phoenix Wright would do. Phoenix Wright would go on a date at Watergate and row a boat. That's what he would do. We saw it firsthand. Your wings were clipped long ago.
Ah.
Hold on to that thought, Goku. You might be surprised. And for someone who is trying to fly away on them without noticing that fact, pitiful is the perfect word to describe you.
Ha! Mere words!
What do you mean by his wings are clipped, Mr. Edgeworth?
I mean, he's a plucked chicken. Just what do you think it means, Kay? We'd already caught him in our trap a while back. With an incredibly powerful, definitive piece of evidence.
Hey, Earth to Mr. Prosecutor, care to speak in English?
Si, senor.
What are you talking about? What piece of evidence?
The piece I speak of is, of course, this drop of blood.
But we know that it's not from this victim. The victim! I don't see how it remains relevant to the case at all.
Miss Von Karma, I believe that is exactly why it's important to the case. Very important. And the fact that the part that is the most important is the fact that it's not the victim's blood.
Oh.
You're looking a little pale. Good. Then I believe you're already aware of what I mean.
And you know who the blood belongs to?
Huh. Of course I do. This piece of evidence is the irrefutable proof that will stop the killer in his tracks. The blood that soiled this box of samurai dogs belongs to this person. Soiled it! Soiled it! Soiled it! Take that! Take that! The blood of the rising sun on this box belongs to you. Circus Alba!
What?
What?
Why is his blood on the box of samurai dogs? He's not even a victim!
He was almost a victim today. The blood fell onto the box when Mr. Cochin's body was being loaded into the pushcart. At that time, the only two people in the dressing room were the victim and his killer.
So that's what you mean? If the blood doesn't belong to the victim,
then there's only one person who could belong to.
Yes, and that person is the murderer himself. That's the only logical conclusion.
But Mr. Cochin was the one who was stabbed, sir.
Why would Mr. Alba have been the one who was bleeding?
What if during the murder, Mr. Cochin had fought back?
You mean, if before Mr. Alba could kill him, Mr. Cochin managed to wound Mr. Alba?
Yes, and I believe that we have a piece of evidence that proves he was bleeding then. What is the piece of evidence that shows that... Look, we don't need this game. Do the thing you did before where it's just like, I know exactly what to show.
Because we got it!
Take that! Mr. Alba, you bear on your body a great wound.
That was when, from the ruined Master Second attacked me with a pair of scissors.
Yeah, and that happened way after he was in the dressing room.
Ah, but is that what really happened? You can manufacture a weapon by smearing blood on it, so I can't just accept that as a fact. Shall we try a test, Mr. Alba, and see if the shape of your wound matches the scissors? Yeah, any excuse to stab you again.
You are really something else, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't let a single thing slip you by, no matter how insignificant the possibility.
Huh. You want to talk, Mr. Alba? Sleepy Memories, how you doing? Welcome to the jam in music. You've managed to give the law the slip for 10 years as the smuggling ring's leader. No matter the danger, you can hide every last ounce of fear and anxiety from everyone. Typical politician. You truly are a one-of-a-kind criminal. Gotta give him props for being the most stubborn character in any Ace Attorney game that I've ever seen.
I am the master of my fear. However, to think that a person such as you could miss such a large thing.
You believe I've overlooked something?
You said that my wound was caused by Mr. Cochin, and that it was caused here in one of the theater's dressing rooms, right?
Yes, that's correct.
I'd like to point out that it's simply not possible. My wound is a stab wound, and one that could have only come from a blade. I wonder where you propose that such a weapon came from?
This theater was packed with security guards!
What if it was the very knife that took ManokAdobo's life? Or the very knife that was in his pocket?
This theater was packed with security guards! It would have been impossible for anyone to come into this area with a weapon of any sort.
Unless they're the Steel Samurai.
Just as Mr. Elmo was able to bring in the alabaster knife and a bouquet, there must have been some other way to sneak in a weapon of some sort.
But as long as you can't prove what that one other way is, all your talk about Mr. Cochin stabbing me is pure nonsense. So if that other way does exist, you better hurry and tell me now.
Gladly. With pleasure.
Wait, what?
Wait, what? You done messed up, Mr. Alba. We're gonna indict you, we're gonna throw you in jail. So Sapphire, what's up? Sonic Curry, you just noticed, that is what I had for dinner. Look, the evidence aligns with the facts. Let's present it. This piece of evidence shows how Mr. Cochin brought a weapon into the theater. This one, right here.
Take that!
Among law enforcement, this piece is known as the Yatagarasu's key. How else do you sneak in a knife that doesn't look like a knife? This was a plot point 7 years ago. It was hidden inside the Sonic the Hedgehog curry. That is what I ate for lunch today. I tried to make it look like with the box with what I had on hand. All I had was fried chicken, seaweed paste, and some leftover rice from Persian food. That's why it has the yellow stuff on it and the spices. Don't worry about it. It tasted, honestly, very watery. Like, it looks blue, but it was relatively inoffensive. Now, what is offensive is Carcass's ability to lie, or rather lack thereof.
That key!
That's the key that my father stole from here 7 years ago!
And it is very unique, in that it is both a key and a knife. Actually, it's just a key in both senses of the word. It unlocks people's hearts. Literally. Just lets all the blood spew right out. Meaning that under the guise of a key, it could have easily been brought into the theater. You couldn't dispose of the knife that stabbed you. Therefore, you wiped off the blood and placed it back in Mr. Cochin's pocket. Why? If only he just kept it, dude. Ah! After all, the key itself opens the safe in his office. That's the only way to open it. And inside that safe, there was a document about Cadopian paper, signed by Mr. Cochin. In order to make it look like Mr. Cochin died as the leader of the smuggling ring, you had to make it so that the police were the ones who opened that office safe. Humph! All that hard work to save yourself only served to destroy you in the end. It certainly destroyed you in the end, if you know what I mean. Shall we try matching this knife's blade with your wound, Mr. Carcassalba? One final bow, and that is what some may say the coup de grace.
Impossible! You can't take me down! Swine! All of you! Especially Manny Cochin! This is all because of that man's betrayal! He sought to steal control of the smuggling ring from me by removing me as the ambassador. Which is why he deserved to die while bearing the guilt for all of my crimes for me. That's why I sent out the Itagarasu's card, and how this incident was born.
He's admitting everything. can't hide it any longer.
Manny was supposed to be the war smuggling ring's leader who was killed by the Yatagarasu. But I had yet another reason. Yet another story that was supposed to play out. Manny's death was supposed to bring everything to a close. And I would have gotten away with it too, if it wasn't for you meddling prosecutors. And that dog too!
Seriously, that dog, Missile, was a star MVP. Mr. Alba, I'm afraid there is one more question I forgot to ask. What should I have for lunch?
What the?
This country's or Alabas? Which country's court would you like to face first? Either way, it's game over, man. Game over! He's dead. He is dead. He became a shriveled old tree. Oh, that's his only way out. Stubborn to the very end. The only way out was to desiccate, dissolve, become nothing, a hollow shell. Oh my, that is one of the most brutal that was one of the most brutal and beautiful breakdowns in the entire Ace Attorney series, let me tell you. Oh my god. March 17th, 11:21 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2.
Phew!
Oof. Give me a second. I need some water. Just got lightheaded all of a sudden. I think I also desiccated. Woo!
Phew! This is it! The big day. It's Mr. Alba's trial today.
Thanks for the hydrate, Hammy. And next week, he is scheduled to stand trial in his own country of Alabast. Francisca is heading that one. I suspect she'll be serving a full course of whiplashes at it. Ooh! I would love to see a game where it stars Francisca prosecuting courts overseas. Because that's one of the plot points of Spirit of Justice, the latest game. The fact that there's a court system in the quote-unquote US and a court system in the foreign country. Should I say the name of the country? I guess that's not too big of a spoiler. Kurain! You'll notice that's very similar to something that's you might already know from the trilogy. It's a slightly different law system where if lawyers fail to prove their defendant's innocence, they get the same sentence that the defendant does. So if the defendant is sentenced to death, then the lawyer also dies, is also executed, which is really messed up. And of course, it's up to Phoenix Wright and crew to, prove. It's one of those things that like, oh, they're upping the stakes to make it sound more dangerous. Like, whatever. Phoenix only takes cases of innocent people anyway. It's a tad extreme. Welcome to Ace Attorney. But if I ever get to playing that game on stream, you'll get to see that. You'll get to see that in full glory. Yay! Full course of whiplashes while she's at it. Yay! Yay!
Having to face Miss Von Karma in court right after facing you, sir. I don't even want to think of what that would be like. I caught a glimpse of Mr. Alba as he was being escorted into the courthouse. And boy, he looked about as glum as I do the day before I get my monthly paycheck.
Oh no!
I've been thinking. That flight attendant. And even Mr. Portsman were all Mr. Alba's secret agents.
Correct. Oh, I thought we were talking about Rio de Janeiro. I'm sure Edgeworth was thinking about Rio de Janeiro. Oh. Oh my. Correct. That smuggling ring was the common thread between all of the incidents. You know, anime, we have to have one overarching plot thread. Camille was to provide support during smuggling ops, using her job as an attendant. And Mr. Portsman was to manipulate trials related to the ring to end in their favor.
I fly airlines and even the prosecutor's office. No one was safe from the smuggling ring, huh, sir?
Camille is evil. You saw it happen, dude. We added her for good. She blew her last bubbles. So Portman's not dead. Right. I don't know why I thought he was, though. Because, you know, he probably would have gotten the death sentence after being convicted of murder. I suspect that there are even more members of the ring spread throughout the world.
Yeah, it sounds like such a big op that I can't even begin to imagine what it's like. Oh.
His influence all the way to the courts, dude. What is it, detective?
Nothing. It's just, well, come to think of it, Mr. Ernest Amano's trial is also scheduled for later today, sir.
I'm aware of that. Mr. Amano has been working with the smuggling ring now for over 10 years. He used the Amano Group's various connections worldwide to assist the ring. The One Ring, to rule them all. And with all of this journeying, we finally threw that ring into the fiery pit. Alright, Edgeworth, you've been watching too much Lord of the Rings. What? I read them, you swine! But all of that has come to an end as his conglomerate is now undergoing harsh scrutiny. I owe Mr. Amano a debt of gratitude, but he must pay his debt to society.
Well, with the arrest of both Mr. Elba and Mr. Amano, I guess that's about wraps up the KG8 incident as well, huh?
I suppose so. Every case in this game is linked. That's what a lot of fans of Ace Attorney like about this game in particular. The fact that even the filler case, quote-unquote filler case, the Gatewaterland case, still has a lot to do with the overarching theme of this game. Well, it's even hard to pin which case is the filler case. Is it the Gatewater case for having so much fan service in it? Or is it the iFly case because it happened before everything else happens? Well, barring the flashback. There's not really filler, that's the thing. The real killer in the KG8 incident 10 years ago was ManokAdobo. And 7 years ago, the killer was in the second KG8 incident was Macrel. Those two facts are the unshakable truth. However, it seems that a lot of effort was put into hiding these and other truths from us. Mackerel, egg. Wow, got some fish roe? I will expose it all at the trials today.
Yay!
You're solving cases left and right today, aren't you, sir?
CCU and Dead Man. Dead Man? I still can't get over Dead Man.
Yay!
Perhaps now these two brave souls who tried to make the truth known can rest in peace. About time too, their ghosts are just annoying me to no end. Every day I wake up and they're like, ooh, Edgeworth, avenge us, I don't care. Edgeworth, you know it's not normal to see spirits? That Maya Faygirl always sees spirits. No, she channels spirits. It's slightly different. Dead Man. By the way, I received some gifts from Ambassador Palado. Is it an entire stack of coupons? I bet it's like a Bible-size bound leather book of coupons. Shrimp, crab, beef. I don't need any of these, so I'm giving them to you. Oh, he's making sure Gumshoe gets fed for once in his life. Not giving him a raise, that's an important distinction. But he can eat his cup noodles in styles.
What? Seriously, sir? Oh, wait, actually, I don't think I want them anymore. The way you're holding them, don't tell me they're just coupons, sir.
Hey, take it, Gumshoe. Better than nothing. Food coupons, basically giving him food stamps. Oh, no. Channel this. Moo. Did he say beef? He might have said beef. Detective Gumshoe, have you not read the paper recently? Ever since the two countries became Codovia again, the economy has changed.
Really?
And it seems that Ambassador Palano, so is he just the ambassador of the entire country now? Ooh, Palano moving up in the world. Has reaped a few benefits of his own from it. He has been announced as the official ambassador of the newly reunified Cadopia. Aw, that's such a happy little ending.
But what a pity. Even though every item he sent is a treasure, you don't seem all that interested.
Oh, wait. Even though every item's a treasure, you don't seem all that interested. Well, if you don't want them, I can give them to my lovely assistant, Kay.
That was Edgeworth.
Wait, that's not what I said. So, Mr. Edgeworth, please let me have them, sir. Actually, come to think of it, where is Kay? How come she's still not here?
How do you enter the room sneakily like that? The door is right there in front of Gumshoe. What, you went through the barred window?
Hey, you gotta be more alert than that.
She was actually hiding here the whole time, dude.
She's a ninja.
She streams Fortnite, dude.
I can't believe you didn't notice. I was even mimicking Mr. Edgeworth's voice for a bit. I mean, you can give them all to my lovely assistant, Kay.
Is that really how I sound?
No, not really.
I totally didn't notice you, or realize that voice was you. Like she says, ferocious love blooms with each new spring.
Who's love? Agent Lang, a pleasant surprise to see you here. Last time he was in this room was 7 years ago, man.
Been a long time since I set foot in a courthouse, but I wasn't going to miss watching the guy who screwed up my country finally get what's coming to him.
Who's gonna be the defense attorney in Kirkus Alba's case? I wonder. I feel very bad for them. What lawyers do we know about in Ace Attorney that aren't Phoenix Wright on the defense side? I feel like the only other person we've ever seen in defense attorney. Payne is a prosecutor. I feel like the only people we've ever seen in the defendant's seat to our lawyers are Christoph Gavin, Phoenix, of course, Callisto Yu, and a certain somebody who you might already know, but I'm not gonna say it in case you haven't played the entire trilogy. But besides that, no like real permanent defense attorneys that are available right now that I can think of. Payne switching sides because they need someone who sucks. Just throw the trial, Payne. Just throw the trial. Grossberg, I thought he might have been retired, but I guess he could do it. Sorry, Grossberg, just take this one. Take this one.
Well, that and something else. I want to see you in action in court.
Is that so, Agent Lang?
We flushed out all the counterfeit bills, so Zhangfa is finally at peace again. And it's all thanks to you. So I just want to say, thanks.
You think he is retired, but he does have the skills, just because there's literally nobody else that'll take the case. Phoenix will just use that Magatama on Kirkus and immediately go see all the locks like dun 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 dun. Yeah, no, not taking that one. I object.
Wow! I never thought I'd see the day old Wolfie says thanks to Mr. Edgeworth.
I should be the one thanking you, Agent Lang. Wait, what happened to you? Dusty Cook, you missed a hot bit of gameplay. I suggest watching the last few streams. But was Lang's trusty secretary turned out to be a spy by the name of Callisto Yu. She's not seen the light of day for a while. If you hadn't negated Mr. Alba's extraterritorial rights, I would have not been able to bring him to trial. I believe the victory belongs to the both of us in this case. You're telling me that a prosecutor and a detective, well, an Interpol agent, worked together? What? To bring justice? Dang, Lang, you probably should learn a thing or two about that.
Shared victory, huh? Look, don't get me wrong. I'll still never forgive you prosecutors. And I have zero interest in that truth thing you talk about in court.
That truth thing, what the heck is that? I just want to put somebody in jail, dude. Have the guy who represented Yanni Yogi represented. You know who represented Yanni Yogi, right? You remember? Yeah, no, I don't... Yeah, we know he's dead. I don't think... This is Edgeworth's dad, dude! That's Edgeworth's dad! He's been dead a while! I've always done things my own. I'm pretty sure his body is already, like... I'm pretty sure he's... What, you're gonna dig him out of his grave? That's so mean. I've always done things my way, and that's not about to change, you got that? I see. Well, I believe you should follow your own creed when you do your job. Yeah, and if there's ever someone your precious truth can't catch, feel free to sit around and cry about it all you want. I mean, if you can't prove the truth, then we run the risk of indicting somebody who's innocent, and you know, we can't live with that either. But as for me, I'm gonna get that person no matter what. Alright. Who's gonna read stuff for Lang and bring him scrolls and pose with them? Oh. Well, you know, she's in jail. She's not... She ended up not being the murderer, right? So what crimes are she actually guilty of? Being an accomplice to murder? Smuggling? Okay, that's a big one. But maybe Lang can pull some strings and she can get out of jail fast. He's a lone wolf now. Just couldn't stop simping. What's up, Windy? It's over faster than you thought. Me too. I knew it would kind of take this long though. It's been about 2 hours, but welcome. You're just in time for the end. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. And you know there's always Ace Attorney investigations too. It's about time for the trial to start. I will see you later. I'll be watching your performance from the gallery. I'm looking forward to this. She killed Kay's dad. Yeah, I guess she never went to trial for that the first time, huh? Oops. Does the statute of limitations run out on that? Wait, there's a thing about this. The statute of limitations in Ace Attorney. There's a specific year, and they went over that in Ace Attorney 1. How long is that? Statute of Limitations, Ace Attorney. The DL6. What is Burn Faraday? Shot liver? Murders are 15 years in Ace Attorney. Thefts are 7 years. Never mind. She's still very much able to be prosecuted. Very much. Murder 15 years. Okay. Lock her up. Lock her up. Hey, maybe we'll have that trial today too. I prepared a whole ton of ticker tape for today's victory, sir. Yeah, it's canon. It's canon. He makes the confetti.
I'll help throw some around when Mr. Edgeworth wins.
It wasn't just a comic. I forgot they actually confirmed it in this game.
Hope you got enough. Hope you got enough. Because I'm gonna go call my men up as well.
We're gonna flood the entire courthouse with paper. Just like, oh, the defense attorney is gonna be just drowning in it. Grossberg, no. Oh, he can float. The modest amount of ticker tape goes a long way. Don't worry, it's all recycled. Paper Mario Origami King. Gumshoe just killed a bunch of Goombas and just harvested their confetti. Oh, the scene shifts to the courtroom and the final act begins. The legend of the great thief Yatagarasu. It's the story of those who chose to dedicate their lives in pursuit of the truth. Prosecutors are the one who seek a guilty verdict for the defendants they meet. And to that end, you have no choice but to win by any means necessary. That creed was forced on me since I was very young. However, I no longer think that is all we all prosecutors are. And that is because... Looking very lonely over here. Even though I've only been away from the courtroom for a short time, I feel as though it's been a lifetime since I've set foot in this room. And today, more than any other day, I feel the fight within me rising. Objection!
Oh, yeah.
I really am in Mr. Edgeworth's debt for the other day. Thanks to him, I'm still free to slave in the friendly blue skies.
I forgot what accent I gave her.
Oh, so about my suitcase. I've been selling them on the internet, and they've become a real sensation.
Free shipping, dude, 2 days.
Thanks to the praise the art world has lavished on my work as being truly postmodern. The airline has chosen me to design the new line of iFly jump coaches.
Those garish things flying through the sky.
Just think, Someday you'll be able to take a ride in my pink-walled, yellow-seated jet.
Did she have to design the inside, Rhoda? Rhoda! You know what? I'm all for it. You go, girl. She's finally got the recognition she deserves. Rhoda, let's go.
Edgeworth? Ah, that rudeness of a rude man! Huh, because of him, my time and money is wasted. But more importantly, I received the most important fantastic treasure recently. The Primiduck statue of the Principality of Cadopia. It weighs a bit light in my hands, but the Ambassador Palaino was most generous.
Woo! You're gonna get airsick by stepping into the plane. Oh, congrats, Rhoda. Good for you. Yeah, she got something going on.
We finally caught Agent Hicks's killer, and I was able to witness Mr. Alba's teary eyes. It feels good to finally bring everything to a close. I received another offer from the Interpol to work another case in cooperation with them. However, the Cadopian courts wait.
Papa.
She'll bring her special whip, her travel whip.
Cadopia's air is supposed to be very fresh, so my whip should find new vigor there.
Oh yeah? Just cutting it through it like butter, so smooth. Whip Alba from here to there. From US to Cadopia. Whip it good.
This little patrolman has been fired as to the date, sir! I thought I was safe since we found the gun I dropped.
I forgot his voice.
But I hadn't noticed that I had dropped my police badge, too! I guess what really broke the camel's back was that I couldn't find my badge. My little life is suddenly tripped into a dark black hole, sir! I think I'll go to the Harcourt house and file a complaint with Ruffles, man!
Meekins! Look, you know, maybe being a policeman's not cut out for you, man. Just maybe find a job in professional mascot tree. Ema. So Francisca's just permanently international prosecutor, huh?
I was actually hoping to talk with Mr. Edgeworth a bit more than I did. But I've got to get going and return to Europe. I've still got a long way to go and a lot of stuff to study there. Next time I help Mr. Edgeworth on a case, I'm going to do it as a real forensic scientist. I'm sure he's going to need all the help I can give him, scientifically.
Ema! We'll see her in a bit. Oh no, it makes me so sad for Ace Attorney 4 Ema, and 5 Ema, and 6 Ema. Just where did the spark in her eyes go? Just like that SpongeBob meme.
Look at you, so young. Where did the years go? Cause the kidnapping was staged, I was let off easy. But I won't be going outside anytime soon. But that's really okay. The only prison I'm forever trapped in is the cage of love. The guard down at the detention center. Well, when he's on guard duty. He has such a cold look in his eyes, just like that prosecutor.
Wait, you don't have eyes for Lance anymore?
Stop it, Lauren! When will you stop being such a prisoner of love?
Encountering Phoenix Wright ages you 15 years. Does she like Edgeworth? She likes everybody, man. She just can't keep it in her... What? Judgy! Udgy!
It appears there are all sorts of drama that take place outside of the courtroom. Since we judges are here day in and day out, I've only heard a few rumors, but apparently Mr. Edgeworth teamed up with a thief and became a detective. Maybe I should team up with a bailiff and try to become a lawyer or something.
I feel bad for whoever you tried to defend. This was a lovely game. Thanks for streaming it. I'm glad I could have shared it with y'all. And you know, there's gonna be an entire game after this. Once I'm, you know, done being on break from Ace Attorney for a little. At least for... Oh, look at them! Gumshoe and Maggie! I ship with all the fervor. Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Sooner than later. What's that hat? Oh.
Phew! I barely escaped, death yet again.
Yeah, but boy were we lucky to have Mr. Edgeworth help us out, huh?
Yeah, but because I lost the key, I got fired from my other security job.
Then don't let it get it down, Maggie. You still got me.
You're right, sir. I won't be sad. I'm going to pick myself up and work through this. I wonder what my next job should be. Oh, this is actually kind of fun.
She's already been a maid, so... a maid waitress, so, you know, done.
Precious.
Yeah, I love the Ace Attorney series. This is probably like the best example in one game you can show to people of what the series is all about. It's self-contained, it's got all the ups and downs. Why not come to Cadopia for your summer vacation? We have coupons aplenty. Right now, our embassy is proud to present our Let's Investigate a Murder show. Although recreating that particular case has created a few small fires of its own. And then we had a few problems with the fire marshals, but our next event will be great. They made like a Cadopian escape room. It'll be an attraction entitled Capture the Tagarasu. Of course, I hope to enlist Kate's help in creating our latest attraction. Dude, they can use little feet to project the walls and such of the escape room. That'd be such a cool way to do it. Just input, like, all the tricks and traps and... Oh, hi, Larry. All the... Look at that. Glad I'm having a great time. Yeah, this is my element. It's not, you know, the best for streaming, but I worked through it. I can't believe that I went to Japan. Mindy, we were planning to go to Paris soon and start a business. We're going to sell Blue Ocean dogs. They'll sell like hotcake hot dogs for sure. Blue Ocean? Blue? Like curry? A blue hot dog and a blue bun? I'll guarantee it'll turn your face and tongue blue. I know I'm not really the type to work out a lot. Or aren't really? Oh, so I noticed I really haven't seen the guy in the blue suit recently. The guy, that's your friend, dude. I wonder what's up. Well, the next time we meet, I'm gonna make him eat one of my dogs. Oh no, it's colored with Sonic the Hedgehog curry. Oh no. Phoenix? How do you not remember Nick? He's talking about Phoenix. Why? I don't... Just say Phoenix right, dude.
Today I gave testimony in court today as a member of the Tagarasu.
Because he's a hobo now. At this point?
Yo, Mr. Bad. You look well, all things considered. By the way, have you noticed that elements within the ring have begun moving? They're probably fighting over who should succeed. Over who should be the next boss.
We'll take him down, one at a time.
Although, to be honest, I wish I could forget I ever heard of that smuggling ring.
He's dedicated so much of his life to it.
Langzy says, thoroughly bite the poisonous snake from head to tail.
Don't do that.
No one runs afoul of the law and escapes this wolf's fangs. I'll get you all yet. Ah, youth. When did I become so old, I wonder?
Yesterday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday, Bad.
I've begun noticing the braggy hairs in my beard more. I'm thinking of retiring my mirror.
Oh, no. Yeah, I don't think this is... I think this is still before the point in where Phoenix does the thing that makes him stop being a lawyer in Ace Attorney 4. I need to look at the timeline, but I'm sure this is before that.
I was the Pink Princess and the Pink Badger on the span of 2 days. Talk about busy. But it's alright because I got a letter from my beloved Edgeworth. Please take care of your hip, and when you wish to speak, first take off your headpiece.
What?
What does he mean by that last statement? It's not like I enjoy being under a headpiece every time I see him. This is so creepy, but it's forgettable.
I'm just giving a general summary of Ace Attorney 4. Phoenix is not a lawyer at that point, and I will not say why. That's all. Like, that's a point that you find out very fast in Ace Attorney 4, but... Yeah, I'm also trying to be careful, but that is an important thing to know. March 17th. What is this music? March 17, 4:33 p.m. I am in the High Prosecutor's offices in room 1202. Whoop! Whoop! Whoop!
Ooh!
How would you say this?
Whoa! I feel so much better now that the trial's over. And as always, your legal prowess was top-notch, sir.
It sounds like Harvest Moon. You demand Apollo justice. I also demand justice. I'm just... Like, if I had all the time in the world, I would stream every single Ace Attorney game, and 4, and the Great Ace Attorney 1 and 2, and Ace of... just everything. I started with Miles Edgeworth because it's a good place to kind of jump on. But, you know, as long as I'm streaming, as long as there is an Ace Attorney game I haven't played, they're all gonna be coming in the future. For sure. I think from here, Ace Attorney Investigations 2 is probably a high priority. And then whenever they finish translating Great Ace Attorney 2, that one too. Yeah! I'm just gonna let Kay jump for joy a little bit here. Look at her go. Oh, she's so happy. She's so happy.
Yeah, and nothing beat the look on Mr. Alba's face when you revealed the ring's secrets. I was amazed. You're like a totally different person when you step into a courtroom.
More like the exact same person.
Mr. Edgeworth is always 10 times fiercer in court.
He has time to prepare. He's like Batman. Batman with prep time, the most scary force in all of DC. Based on the information Mr. Alba offered up, they have begun large-scale operations to clean up the mess of the ring, which I'm happy to leave to Francisca and Agent Lang.
So what are your plans now, Kay?
Huh? Oh, well, we've taken care of the creep who killed my father, so I'm not sure. Hey, I know. Maybe I'll just keep on being Mr. Edgeworth's assistant.
Are you still trying to steal my job, pal?
I don't think a prosecutor could, No, you know what? We'll become the next Yatagarasu. With the, the descendant of Faraday. I will follow in his footsteps of being a prosecutor, and Kay will follow in his footsteps of being a thief, and then Gumshoe will take over Detective Bad's, role. Let's go.
Just kidding, just kidding. I can't steal something so important to you, Gummy.
She has morals. She has morals. 3DS capture card stuff, too expensive. You want to play Phoenix Wright 5, 6, and Layton. Layton versus Phoenix Wright. I wanted to play that one too, since it's, separate from everything. In due time. I do have a 3DS capture card. I will say it's at least nice. Kamen Rider, go check out the guy who does 3DS capture cards for like the original model 3DS. For a long time, he wasn't making them. He just started again. I know Axeman sent his 3DS off. So it doesn't cost too much. Like, go buy, you might be able to get a 2DS for $50 and then have that modded. It costs like $170. It's not cheap, but it's pretty much the only way. Yeah, he started again. Let's go. I don't have morals. I don't need to have morals. You'll be honest, this game is on the bottom of your favorite Ace Attorney list, but you're glad people enjoy it and point out what they like about it. Like, it's very subjective what an Ace Attorney game is and what's the best part about it. Like, I will say as far as the arguments in this game, even though, I'd say they're the most anime in this game. Especially that, like, you'll see, you saw what I meant when we were arguing with Alba. Every argument, every single argument of his is just no you, no you, no you, no you. That's one of the weakest. Like, logic-wise, one of the weakest in the series. But, through sheer personality and his, just his presence makes that one of the most memorable exchanges in Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney history. I like that they never go that far ever again. I wouldn't want them to. But I always like to remember Alba specifically as the one who's the most stubborn. And that makes him unique. That makes him unique. And just overall, the writing in this game comes together very well. It shows off the characters. Again, also, this game has a lot of fan service. The characters are exaggerated more than they are in the actual trilogy. But there is a place for that fan service. And that place is specifically in this game. It is a bit over the top without the context of the trilogy. But it is a good place to get you into the characters and give you an idea, like, what are these people like, And also, this music is very cute. I'm letting it play out. You missed the courtroom. It allows for a different style. Like, you can have arguments more often, which I do like. It doesn't feel like, oh, everything I have should be here. Just think about it, forehead. Just think really hard, forehead. You'll figure it out. No, like, the evidence still stays fresh in your mind, unless it's specifically something that you haven't used for a long time, and that makes it more important. So, differences from the main Ace Attorney games that are unique to this one, and it can only be done in this style. From what I hear, Ace Attorney Investigations 2, like, takes that and kind of makes it even better, so I can't wait. I cannot wait. Yeah, a stubborn old goat. You don't vibe with the new team writing. That's fair. That's fair. It's a little bit of like, how much can you go? I mean, where can you go from original Ace Attorney, which was more a little restrained, more realistic? Like, as you get into a higher and higher stakes, and this goes with like any anime, any media, unless you specifically pull back a little bit, which is what I feel they did with Ace Attorney 5 a lot. That was a bit too much. But I think they did with the right amount with 6. Then you're just gonna start getting more and more ridiculous. So, you know, unless you go all out and pierce the heavens, you probably should scale it down a little bit. Like, not everything has to be an international smuggling ring, or life and death kidnapping situation, or just like people die when they are killed situation. I almost spoiled something, so let's not talk too much about that. Sometimes we can just take it back and, you know, just have little cases about you know, just regular murders. You know it gets silly when a murder is just regular in Ace Attorney. Yeah. International smuggling ring. That was the plot of this game.
Just kidding. I can't steal something so important to you, Gummy.
By the way, we're playing the game again.
Phew, what a relief.
Okay.
Yeah?
Even after all that's happened, are you still planning to become a great thief?
Of course! But I don't want to tarnish the legend of the noble Yatagarasu. So I'm going to hold off on doing anything until I make a tight 3-person team of my own.
What are we, chopped liver?
A 3-person team?
Maybe that's why Gumshoe isn't in the new games. Because he's off with Kay, like, doing crimes. Oh, yeah.
A 3-person team of young beauties the same age as me, if possible.
Oh, sorry, Gumshoe. With those criteria, I highly found you'll find the 2 other people you need. Oh yeah, just form a Charlie's Angels team of Kay, Maya Faye, and Ima Sky all together. There you go. You got a thief, you got a detective, and you got a spirit channeler. I don't know what Maya can bring to the group, but she'll do something.
My father chose to fight for the truth. I think that's what was so noble about him. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, the only things I'll ever steal are the truths that have been hidden away.
Just like your dad.
I'm gonna work extra hard to make a world where the Yatagarasu isn't needed.
Let's both strive for such a future.
Well, I guess it's time for me to get going.
I see. Maya has experience in court. I guess you're right. The original team was a detective, a prosecutor, and a defense attorney, quote-unquote defense attorney. So Maya could take that, take that role somehow.
Kay, keep your chin up and stay strong, okay? And don't be a stranger.
Don't worry, I'll be back. I'll make sure to break the lock on the window and sneak in.
We'll give you a key. That's fine. If you could, I'd appreciate if you came in through the building's front door.
It's okay, Mr. Edgeworth. The lock on my window at home has been broken for forever.
It's a wonder you haven't been robbed yet. Maya has a lot of experience with the detention center. Oh my god. Oh no, yeah, she'll get information on the inside. Rob what? Oh, you're right. What does Gumshoe have? Rob his entire lifetime supply of cup noodles. Oh no, he has not.
Don't worry, I got nothing to steal in my house, pal. But the coat on my back. Nothing valuable's in there.
Oh, one more last thing before I go. Let's take a group picture. Just the 3 of us.
With what?
Well, Little Thief has a selfie function.
Yeah, a commemorative photo. Every big case has to end in one.
No. Never. I refuse.
Hey, why not?
Don't tell me you're camera shy, Mr. Edgeworth.
Of course not, detective.
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm taking the picture now. Hey, come back here.
Mr. Edgeworth, you can't run away from this, sir.
Hey, Detective Gumshoe! Stop that! I can't be seen doing that! What? Okay, I'm totally taking it now. Say cheese! Click snap. And thus, the long tale of the KG8 incident came to a close. It saw the demise of a smuggling ring and the birth of a little great thief. But there is little time to rest and relax, for I am eager to tackle the investigation into a new case. The reason for my eagerness is my want to pursue the truth, and my want to believe in the strength of those who use the power of the law for good. As someone who has chosen to live my life as a prosecutor, that is my new creed. I had to grab him by the jabot just to drag him into the photo. Look at that, Gumshoe pushing on him. Forever giving evidence. Come on, Edgeworth, don't struggle. You'll only make the picture worse. Sad, but also happy sad. Adorable. I love it. That's it. There was no save during all of that. No wonder I have a save at this point in my actual game. Alright, well then. Speaking of Phoenix Wright versus Professor Layton, or Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney, listen to this banger. That game has remixes of all the first game's music with like actual orchestral instruments because it uses the Professor Layton sound style. It's some of my favorite renditions of the original because, you know, it's either this or the chiptunes, which I love chiptunes, but you know. Look at this, it's so crowded. Thank you everybody for joining. Yay! Thank you everybody for watching Ace Attorney. It's been a long ride. This game, this series has always been near and dear to me. One of the most fun things I've streamed and or played for both Twitch and YouTube. And it just makes me feel happy to play it and share it with people. It's a story that, like, it can get silly at times, it can get heart-wrenching at times. But no matter where you are on the roller coaster, it's always worth the price of admission. Yeah! Edgeworth. My name's Edgeworth. Which Ace Attorney game should I play after this, besides Investigations 2? Should I just start over with one? Dusty Cougar, thanks for the hydrate. It is well earned. Do I just start over with one? Play the entire trilogy, the entire series, so you can see how restrained it was to begin with? Oh yeah, almost Christmas, huh? Should I play the first game like right in December so that it's almost Christmas by the time we finish it? Should I line it up? The fourth case of that game takes place during a little bit after Christmas, so should I line it up so that happens? I'll just play it like, oh, we'll play that case on December 26th in real life. Oh yeah, that'll be my gift to you guys. Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Eureka! I'll figure it out. Eureka! Yeah! But in the meantime, thank you guys for being here. Hope you guys enjoyed the edginess. So yeah, no World of Horror today. That's it. It's not a full stream, but it was definitely too much to do 2 days ago. So we'll take it easy. We'll have a good weekend, and let's see if there's any art. As always, if there's any art for the stream that's, you know, inspired by the games I play or the chickeny nature of the stream, then post it to the stream art section of the Discord, and I'll post it up. We've got some fine examples already up on screen. Maybe Leon, John F. Kennedy, Toilet Chan from World of Horror over there. We got Rhoda Tenero, Cammy Meal from this game. Thank you again, Windy, for making these, and also thank you for the watercolor. Beautiful, as always, of the gang from Origami King, just chilling on a bench. Mario, Olivia, Bobby, all this, this is like... I refresh this every few months, and it kind of just represents the games I've been playing that entire year. And there's a good crew. There's a good crew. Look, Chicken Leon in the top right is about to shoot Miss Cammy Meal. She doesn't deserve it, but she kinda does. Thank you for the streams. You're welcome, everybody. You're welcome. We're ending. So let's go find somebody to raid. World of Horror. Nah, I'm not feeling up for it. That'll take like at least over an hour. So instead, we're gonna raid someone who I usually don't get a chance to. This is a perfect opportunity. Let me just make sure they're still streaming. And as always, if you haven't already, follow me on Twitch to catch me live next time I play this or any other game. And subscribe to the YouTube channel to see other games I played, like the Great Ace Attorney that did super good on my channel. I know Pyrone, he was watching me play that without even realizing it was me. Without even realizing it was the same me from the stream from Twitch that he knew. What a coinky dink. Yeah, this game is just near and dear to my heart. And just a whole bunch of other games, RPGs, Nintendo games, all that good stuff. And if you're going to sleep, have a good night. I'll catch you next time. More spoopy games for the rest of this month, October. And yeah. Bye-bye, see you later.